So I tried to do it with the little ears and it was too distracting. My lunch is in the oven, and I'm finally getting around to making that suet that I talked about making last week because I couldn't find the bread, and then I found the bread. And my lunch isn't done yet. It's just leftover potatoes getting reheated. Quality of life issue. Everybody uses a microwave. Everybody uses a microwave. Heat up your leftovers. Have you ever put the same leftovers in the oven and the same leftovers in the microwave and seen how much better they are when they're reheated in the oven? Microwave gives you gummy, nasty food that's barely edible half the time. It's good for some things. It's good for heating up water. So, try reheating without the microwave from time to time. I just poured breadcrumbs into old bacon grease from the back of the freezer that I melted, and I need some oatmeal to bring that amount up. So I am turning in circles looking for I don't want to open that. I have oatmeal over here, but it's over here. I'll be back in a second. I didn't think this through. Are you surprised? No sarcasm needed. There we are. And I need to go get some birdseed. I won't do these with birdseed. So, different birds eat different things, and I tend to go for birds that aren't picky because I could go get the birdseed and put birdseed in as well. It annoys me that I have to pay extra. It annoys me to no end that I have to pay extra for gluten-free. Because the only reason there's gluten in your oatmeal is somebody got sloppy in the harvest and harvested the edge of the wheat field into their oatmeal crop. If they were intentional, then there would be no overlap, which is what the gluten-free is. Okay? It's just bad commercial corporate farming that causes me to have to buy special oatmeal to be gluten-free. Because I don't want wheat and barley in my oatmeal. Anyway. So, had a seizure last night. Woke up in the middle of it. Which explains a lot of the headache and a lot of the groggy and a lot of the tired lately and a lot of the bad sleep lately. Almost done. You just keep adding dry until the oil isn't standing. There isn't, you know what I mean. This will not absorb any oil the way it'll absorb water. So you're always going to have oil, but you need it to absorb enough that there's not giant pockets, because the birds don't actually eat the suet. Or they don't actually eat the oil. The lard or the bacon grease or whatever. They eat the grain or the seed or the bread that has the oil on it. And they need that oil for winter. And the other thing with this that isn't mentioned that often is a good suet block will get maggots. A good suet block will get maggots. And a lot of the birds are coming to eat the maggots. So you have to have food for the maggots. Isn't that funny? Don't look too closely at a suet block that's been outside too long. You might not like what you see. Okay, that's enough. Right there. Yeah, we keep things in buckets, and that's paint. It really is clean. It just looks messy because I'm messy. Because I'm a goblin, and now I have to get that screw on tight. These buckets are not insect proof. Even with the Gamma Seal. Okay? Not insect proof. You can still get moths, you can still get weevils, you can still get any of the insects that can get into grain in a Gamma Sealed bucket. Something people don't know. Ask me how I found out. Anyway, I've found out on multiple occasions over the years because we use the buckets. We also spray for moths because I have wool. And we're very careful about bugs, but sometimes you move into a place that has bugs, or you put your buckets in your storage locker, and all storage lockers have pests. Just remember that. all storage lockers have mice and cockroaches and all of it. Okay, how am I doing this? Pan not fit for use for human food. Have to put a liner down because it's got rust. Fill it up with a nice amount of suet. It's not really suet. Suet is a specific type of fat. You know that, right? But it is a bird block. And the birds really like them. And it will dry almost hard as a rock, and I'll have to use the meat cleaver to break it into 4 small squares. Yeah, I'm distracted, so I can't blame the ears for being distracted. So, 6 minutes. What do you think about cancel culture? Because the people who protest it most tend to be the people who are in the process of getting canceled or have had a friend canceled. Cancel culture is when somebody does something stupid and everybody gangs up on them. It says, I'm never dealing with that person again. And it spreads. I'm not going to that restaurant again because that restaurant owner is a racist. Well, that restaurant just got canceled by the left. Now, the opposite of that is that a whole bunch of right-wingers will start flocking to that restaurant and giving them business to support them. Cancel culture in fandom is when you say, that guy's a broken stair, I don't want to have anything to do with him, that guy's a predator, blah, 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 and he's been canceled, or that woman, because some women are predators too. The problem with cancel culture, to me, is quite frequently it is applied in increasingly more trivial. It starts out being, this guy raped a child, we're canceling him. Okay, I agree. This guy raped somebody, we're canceling him. Okay, I agree. I'm told this guy raped somebody, we're canceling him. Well, I gotta stand up with the victims, so okay, I'll agree. It is suggested this guy might have considered raping somebody. Now we're getting into thought police. This guy talks about raping people. Now we're getting into freedom of speech. This guy is just a boor who probably rapes people. It gets increasingly more... An example is Jason Momoa, the actor, made a joke on stage at a convention about the best thing about the role he had on Game of Thrones is his character got to rape the other character. Okay, A, dumbass. But B, not that he raped, but that his character got to rape. That was his best scene on the show, was that sex scene. Acting-wise, it probably was the best scene for him on that show. Okay? Acting-wise. He almost got canceled over that. A lot of people, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And I don't know if I agree with that. I would be more likely to cancel him over using the word gypsy constantly. Because he's not Romani. Or he's never indicated that he is Romani. But his Twitter name is Pride of Gypsies, and his business name is Pride of Gypsies, because it's like we're a group of gypsies. Well, gypsies aren't lions. You know, Romani are not lions, so why are you using this? And your wife is African American, so this is, and you're Hawaiian-ish, so this is lateral violence? Now that's more problematic to me than being a dumbass and saying you enjoyed a violent sex scene that you got to participate in with consenting adults. Yeah. Near porn. Yeah. There's another actor that I like that flashed the OK signal on his Instagram. Now, mind you, what he did was he flashed the shaka, the hook'em horns, flashed something else, and then the OK symbol. And it was a montage to describe his day. And my very first thought was, he surfs and he dives. So he's using the okay symbol to mean okay. But he's also politically savvy, and white, but very politically savvy, and he's either playing both sides of the aisle or he's trying to reclaim the okay symbol. And a lot of people did the whole internet storm of, oh my God, white supremacy. And he's like, that's not what I did. Do you notice the Buddhist symbol on my necklace? Do you notice the Buddhist symbol on my wrist? That's not what I did. And it pushed back, and a lot of people are pissed off, but a lot of people are just ignoring it because white fandom ignores things until they can't avoid it. And I get tired of the cancel culture thing because I watch it spiral. And having been one of the people who got targeted, we had somebody call SWAT on us, okay, for being too left. I don't like that whole culture. I don't like the rabid left any more than I like the rabid right. And the problem right now is you can't say I'm center-left shading socialist without people going, ugh, any more than you can say you're center-right. Because then people are, oh, shading fascist. I'm not hard left. I'm really not. I have friends that are hard left. I know what hard left looks like. And I watch these things spiral out of control. And there's got to be something else, you know? It's like Me Too. Me Too was great. It gave a lot of people the ability to vent about trauma. I have to go get my thing again. Oh, it's right here. I forgot to put the other thing of oatmeal back in. Me Too was great because it gave a lot of people a voice that they'd never had before. But it went from Weinstein is a rapist, cancel him, to this guy's a misogynistic twat waffle, cancel him, to this guy made an off-color joke, cancel him. And there has to be lines. There really do. Because we're losing relevance by going too far. The right went too far and they got Trump. Now we wait to see the shakeout on that, because I honestly think we're going to wind up with a hard left party, a center party, and a hard right party at some point. Just got to see where it all plays out. It's been 12 minutes. I'm rambling. My lunch is done. It's leftover potatoes, which I'll eat half of and put the other half away. My suet is done. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.